Hi, I'm Tony Crimlisk. This is a song called the SLOOP John B. It's a traditional folk song from the Bahamas. It was first published in 1916, but it's based on an actual boat built in 1647 by a Welshman living in the colony there called John Bethel. It was a hit in 1966 for the Beachboys, came number 3 in the US and number 2 in the UK, and it remains one of the group's biggest hits. Now, this is a 3-chord song, but I couldn't decide which key to sing it in. So I've done 3 versions, one in C, one in F, and one in G. So you can choose the one that suits your voice best. But I've also done a version where I go from one key to the other. That's starting on C, first for 2 verses, then to an F key for the 3rd verse, and then to G to finish up. And the result of that is the tension is sort of rising as you go up in pitch. And I think it emphasises the desperation of this young man who wants to get off the ship and go home. It had a bad reputation, apparently. We come on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B sail, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore and let me go home. I wanna go home. Let me go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. First mate, he got drunk, broke into the captain's trunk. Constable had to come and take him away. Cherish on the stone, why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Now the poor cock, he got the fits, he threw away all of my grits, then took up and ate up all of my corn. Let me go home, I wanna go home. This is the worst trip I've ever been on. Yes, this is the worst trip I've ever been on. Well, as I say, this is a 3-chord song. So the key of C, the 3 chords are a C, chord 1, an F, the chord 4, and a G7, the chord 5/7. In the key of F, it's an F chord, a B flat chord, which I know is tricky, but I'm cheating because I'm only going to play the bottom 3 strings. So that's quite an easy transition to go from there to there. If you were to accidentally add on the top string, it wouldn't matter too much because it's the 7th, it's a major 7th, so that would be make it a B flat major 7. It's a bit cheeky, a little jazzier perhaps. So I suggest you just play the bottom 3 strings. Perfectly good chord, B flat, D and F. And then chord 5, of course, is a C7. Then in the key of G, you've got a G chord. C is now chord 4. And D7 is chord 5/7. And I'm using the Hawaiian D7. So those are the chords. And those are the only chords you need. But in the C version, I did do a little rundown from chord 1 to chord 4. C, C major 7, C7, and then chord 4. That's quite a nice little rundown. You could do the same thing in the other keys. I didn't, but you could do it. An F chord, F major 7, F7, and then down to the B flat. And the same in G. You could go from G major 7, G7 to C. Nice little drum. The strumming pattern I'm using, you don't have to use this, but I'm using the fan stroke going across the fingers in turn. So each finger in turn. And I'm also using the free chord, C6, why not? It's free. You could do just. And there's lots of other patterns you could use there. If you want to know more patterns, have a look at my video on strumming patterns on the ukulele. So now the choice is yours. Play it in C, F or G or all three keys together. But whatever you do, however you do it, as usual, have fun.